Hello, my name's Tyler, and I'm a siding contractor in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I actually work for Modern Exterior, and a lot of people ask us what type of siding options are available for residential homes in Milwaukee and Waukesha County. So I'm going to go through a few of them and then rank them on three things. I'm going to rank them on durability, price, and aesthetic. So those three things, and then at the end we can pick an overall which one's best. In our opinion, there are other types of siding I'm not going to go into. This is steel panel, there's aluminum panels as well. There's insulated vinyl siding, this is a big insulated vinyl siding piece. But both of these are not very common. There's stucco as well, but I'm not going to go into that since 95% of homes are with these four products. And the first one of those is LP SmartSide. So I actually love LP SmartSide. First of all, because it is so stunning. You can see the texture on some of the colors here. Pretty fantastic. I mean, this is a duo blend, which is just a finish, but you can see all the texture in there. It's pretty nice. So aesthetic-wise, it's my favorite. I give it a 4 for sure. 4 points. It's fantastic. Durability-wise, is pretty unique as well. So something cool about LP SmartSide. This is just a primed piece, 2 cut ends. They're 16 feet long, so there's way less joints. You can see behind me here, there's actually a wall of LP siding that we have installed in this office. And because they're 16 feet, there's way less joints. You can see maybe one up here, one over there, but if they were installing something else like a vinyl or hardy or aluminum or something, they'd be 12 feet. So you have extra joints, butt joints everywhere. But where those butt joints are on LP, they actually have these grooves that you can fit in and seal them. On any type of product, you have to flash these. This you can flash as well, but it hides it. There's not actually a gap. On other products, it would look something like this, where you have to leave a gap, and then you would put your flashing behind it. But with LP, you're able to engineer it because it's engineered wood. Essentially, it's a wax resin. You can engineer it into different shapes. So they engineer these grooves for butt joints, which are pretty nice. It's super flexible. The 16-foot boards, they can wave and not break. But some of the cons for LP SmartSide are that the backside isn't actually waterproof. So if you do flash your joints correctly and your roof's flashed properly, then you don't really have to worry about the con. The back's not waterproof, but the edges when they're sealed and the face is waterproof. So you can actually pour water on here and it's not going to rot, unlike traditional wood. It's engineered with resin and then this is a factory finish, so it's actually heated on multiple coats. Pretty cool. So durability-wise, give it a 4 for sure. Impact hail, impact baseballs, kids throwing and running into your siding is not going to do anything. It will bend, not break. It doesn't really fracture or crack, which is fantastic. Baseball will damage pretty much every other type of siding except for LP. So durability, give it a 4. And then cost-wise, LP SmartSide is quite expensive. It really depends on your siding contractor. Milwaukee prices right now, you're going to be paying around $1,200, so $1,200 per square. Square is a 10-foot by 10-foot section, so 100 square feet. And that's about $1,200, so it's pretty expensive. So price-wise, we'll give it a 2, and we'll move on from LP. Again, there's multiple different finishes and stuff like that, but the texture's beautiful, durability is really strong, but it is quite expensive. So, the next most common is Hardy. Hardy is actually the predecessor to LP, so they were around beforehand. Instead of engineered wood, it's concrete. So it's like Portland cement. This here is a stucco texture. You can see the texture is still pretty detailed, but you'll notice on the ends, well this is a panel, but you'll notice on the ends they don't have butt joints. Portland cement, you can't be as as specific with your ends and grooves because it does get brittle. It is a hard product. If I was to smash this on the ground, it would shatter, it would crack. So normally concrete has a rebar in it, like if on the concrete road on 94 when you're driving on the freeway. Those aren't just poured concrete sitting. There's rebar inside that helps give it shear strength. Concrete doesn't have shear strength. But what's great about Hardy is it's actually really popular, so there's so many available colors. Hardy's been around for almost, I believe, 40 years now, but yeah, it's been around for a long time. It's super hard. It can take a lot of damage. So durability-wise, because it is concrete. It won't get scratched. It's not going to get beat up. Maybe a baseball to it could crack it if you're throwing fast enough pitches. But durability-wise, we'll still give it a 4. Aesthetic, the texture, as you can see, as I stated before, is still really nice. There are other textures like wood grain, but it's just not quite as defined as the LP. So we'll give it a 3 on aesthetic. And then cost-wise, in Milwaukee, siding contractors are probably going to quote you, from around $1,200 again. It depends on your contractor, and prices vary all the time. They're going up, but around $1,200 per square. So very close to LP. They're almost pricing identical in most markets. So pricing-wise, it's again going to be a 2 because it's about the same as LP. Finally, we have vinyl, which is the most common siding product installed on residential homes in Milwaukee, Waukesha, Ozaukee, Washington County. It's not very impressive to look at. Super thin. Most people don't even know their siding's that thin. But it's quite simple. Essentially, there's a hook here where the bottom piece of the next one can hook up under here, lock in, and then it's nailed right here on the line. So it's quite firm. Pros about vinyl siding are it's quite cheap. So for cost effectiveness, we'll give it a 4. Durability wise, it does flex some. So certain types of mechanical damage and baseballs and whatnot, they can flex. So what happens is over time, the sun deteriorates, dries out, and they get quite brittle. So then the baseball, when it doesn't flex anymore, it's going to crack this. So durability wise, probably just going to give it a 2. But that's what you pay for. And then aesthetic, it can look pretty nice. The problem with vinyl siding, the biggest problem aesthetic-wise, is that you can't really get bigger than this. They make 5s without going to insulated. So again, that piece I showed you in the beginning, this has much larger panels. You can see these panels, bottom to top, are bigger, and they do get bigger, 6, 7, 8 inches on insulated panels. But those are super rare because they're about the same price as LP, and then you're sacrificing a bunch of other stuff and hardy. But these panels, they have to stay small, which aesthetically isn't most pleasing, and the texture isn't the most defined. So aesthetically, you'll give it a 2 again, and that means that the best option, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion, is probably LP Smart Side. It's the most aesthetically pleasing. It has great durability, and it's the same as other options on the market, like quality. So those are the best siding options for residential homes in Milwaukee or Waukesha County.